Today we will be sewing our bikini pattern top Minimalist. I actually call this design Minimalist because if you see, this is only a one piece and you have a fold line over here. So it's very easy. You just cut this, you add a strap, you add a clasp here, and that's it. You have your top done. It has a small dart under the bust, so the fit is very nice. And you don't have to sew a back and a front because it's designed to be all in one piece. So I really love this one, and I've already been playing around with the pattern. So I'm going to show you two I already sewn, and then we will be sewing another one with this fabric that I really love. It's ribbed and it's a bit shiny and black. I already have here a clasp. It's 2.5 centimeters, this one, and I'm not sure if I want to use this. This is bra straps, but I still don't know if I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna decide later on. So I'm gonna show you what I've been doing with this pattern just to experiment. One of the experiments I've done, it's this one. It's a reversible also, but in this case it was sewn as a reversible, but in the end it's not reversible, and I'm going to show you why. I really love the way it fits on me. It's very comfortable and very nice. I used a clasp here. It's smaller than the one that I think I'm going to use today. So I placed the clasp here. It has a pin. I didn't sew it yet, but it has a pin. And then we have here our straps in the front, and then what I did is I used bra strap with an adjuster, a slider, and a ring here. And to attach this to the back, you can see here that I've done some stitches in black so you can see them. This is, of course, if you want, you can use thread from the color of your fabric and you will not see the stitches. But actually what I did here to secure the strap in the back, I just placed a little bit of a strap here, looped strap. I sewed here, and then since we had the ring, I then connected the ring to the rest of the strap. And we have an adjustable strap on our bikini top, where I think that is very, very comfortable, and it's very good if you want to try this option. So today I think I'm going to do something different so that it's not repeated, but you already know that you have this option if you decide to use the bra straps and the sliders and rings. The other option that I did, and I think it's very nice, I actually saw a bikini and I even bought the bikini online because I really loved it. It's, of course, it's not handmade, the cuts. It's laser, and this one I cut it with a scissor. This fabric is thicker, is almost like neoprene, but it's not neoprene. I don't know the name, but it's thicker than our normal spandex lycra fabrics for the swimwear. And I used the exact same pattern, but then, and I also used the bra strap here. But if you see, what I did is I applied inside some lining, nude lining that was sewn here, here, and back here, and below the bust. And this allows me, when it's on, you do not see the breast, but you see a nude tone. So it's very nice because it seems like you have holes on your bikini top, but you have them, but then it's good because it's see-through in some areas, and you have your coverage here with your nude fabric that is completely loose, as you can see, but it's secured here. I applied elastic directly here with a zigzag stitch, and I applied the strap, the back strap here, just like we did on that one. And then I just folded here and I improvised my clasp here on the back. I really like it. I think it's very original, and I ended up also doing a bottom for it to match. I used Veronica pattern for the bottom, and I also cut it some bits on the bottom on one of the sides, so it's actually very nice and original. But of course this is a very different option than the ones that we usually do. So I just wanted to share with you guys my experiments, and I really like the results. I think I'm gonna use this at the beach. Not every day, but I will for sure. So this is my second option for this minimalist pattern. And now we are going to go ahead and cut our fabrics. So I'm going to use this one ribbed, as I told you, and black fabric. This is from Carvico, and this is from Carvico also. Since this is very simple to cut, I'm just going to place the fold here, and I'm going to cut one on the main fabric and one on my second fabric, and that's it. No more cuttings. So let's start by cutting the fabrics, and then we will go ahead and sew our top. So as you can see, I've extended this by a centimeter here, and that's just because I want to make sure that on me it's going to fit perfectly and it's not going to be too tight. So what my advice is, leave a little bit more, like 1 centimeter more, and then you can cut it afterwards, because it may depend on your band width. So probably I'm gonna leave it just like a centimeter more. As you can see, this is going to consume a little bit of fabric because of the shape. I'm gonna pin the fabric to the pattern, and I'm going to cut, as I told you, with the fold line here, and then I'm gonna do the same for the black fabric. Now the next thing we are going to do is pin our darts. So just fold the fabric like I always show you when I do the videos on the tops, on the swimsuits. I always have darts, so just fold the fabric in half, pin your darts, and we will go over to the sewing machine, and with a straight stitch we will sew our darts. The only thing that I always tell you to do, and this is how I do my darts, is I start from the outside of the fabric, sewing from the outside to the tip, to the bust point, and when I reach the bust point, very near the fold of the fabric, I keep on sewing 3 or 4 stitches more, and then when I finish that, I just leave the threads and I tie 2 knots without going back on your sewing machine. So I think that the bust point of the dart will be much nicer. The finish will be much nicer. For the black fabric, I always have a side that I love and a side that I don't love. So I've already chosen the side that I want as my outsides. So just place right sides facing together, so fold the fabric and pin just like we did on the other one. I also decided that I'm going to try this time, I'm going to do straps with black fabric. So I'm also going to go ahead and already cut my straps. They will be 3 centimeters by, probably I will cut like 35 centimeters by 3, and I'm gonna cut 2 of them, and when we sew our darts we will also prepare our straps. So now we can go ahead to our sewing machine and sew both the darts on both fabrics. And I also cutted my strap. I just cut it one, and then I will do, because I prefer to make it in one go, it's not that long, and then I will cut it in 2 after it's done. So I have here the straps, and let's also sew this. Now that we have both our pieces with our darts ready, we can place them right sides facing together. So the seam is facing up on the table and down on the table, So we can just place them right sides facing together, and now we will pin on the neckline, under the arms and under the bust. We can pin all around. To make it easier for us to apply the straps, let's just pin the neckline and also under the arm, and let's leave the bottom part open so that we can then insert the straps on both sides easily. And so we will do the bottom parts in the end, okay? So just pin neckline and under the arm. So I have my top pins. I'm gonna apply the elastic on my main outside fabric. Just to tell you that this is a very slippery fabric, and so I have to be very careful not to pull the fabric while I'm applying the elastic. Let's see if I can do it perfectly or not, because if I can't, you will see that this will not be beautiful. So I hope I can do it. So let's apply the elastic. So we can now reverse the strap to the right side using the loop turner, and then we can cut this in half and sew half on this side and half on this side. So we use the opening from the bottom here that I didn't sew, as I told you, to insert the strap until the end here, and we will secure the strap with a straight stitch. As always, I go from one side to the other, but I also do like a diagonal, securing the overlock threads, because I want to trim the excess fabric. So that's why I always secure the overlock threads. In this top, if you feel more comfortable, depending on also on the fabrics you are using, maybe the nipples, you will see the nipple texture through the fabrics. And so if you want to make sure you don't want that to happen, you can, at this point, you can insert cups inside here. These are okay, and these are also okay if you want them. So just probably I would stitch them with the with a needle. I would hand stitch them here, 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 and here, just to make sure that they do not move around or flip. But I don't know if you want to do that or not. I'm not going to, because this top will be for me, and I'm not going to insert these cups, but you can do, as you can see, they fit perfectly here, and you can perfectly insert them and they would work. Okay, so let's just reverse the strap and align on both sides. So I can fold my strap and I can cut it in half. And now I want to choose this as my main side, as I told you. So I'm gonna make the seam go towards the black fabric, and my plain strap facing my orange or brick or whatever color you call this. And so I insert the strap here, I align on both sides, and so. As I told you in the beginning of the video, if you want, you can also do something that I think it's very pretty. You can use bra straps to make this top, and it's very beautiful, as I've shown you here. I used bra straps for this version of minimalist top, and I really loved bra straps, but this time I'm gonna use regular swimwear straps that I've just sewn. So secure this in one side, do the same for the other, and then let's just sew them. So I have now secured my strap, as I told you, on diagonal here, then straight ahead, and then here. I did 2 or 3 times to make sure it's secure, and then I'm just going to trim the excess fabric. And I'll do the same on this side. And I also cut the edge, sharp edge here of the elastic, just a little bit, like so, on both of them, just to see if on the correct sides you will not see this sharp edge sticking out. And for now, the top part is done. Now let's prepare to do the rest. I was thinking on how am I going to attach then the strap on my back, and I think I have a few options, so let me try and show you which options we have. So in this case, what we did, we placed a strap here with the loop there, with the ring, and we sewed it here, and you can see the seam here, and we secured the strap. And this is one of the options, and we could do exactly the same, but instead of placing the strap visible on one side, we could open a small hole here, insert the strap inside here, and it would not be we could open the hole there, and we could do the strap inside between both fabrics. So we would sew the strap on the top there, and then once it's done, you would only see the lower seam here. But I was thinking, and I have these adjusters, or these are too big for my strap. They are too big, and this one is too small, because with the thickness of the elastic and the fabric, I'm not going to be able to go around as I need on this one. So I do not have slide adjusters for my bikini strap, and this is something that is very, very hard to find here in Portugal. So what I'm going to do is, instead of using the sliders, I'm just going to place a small loop with a ring here on the top edge. So I'm just going to put it like so. I'm going to cut this here, and with a small loop like this, I'm going to open a small hole here. I'm going to place this inside here. I'm going to sew the ring here, and once this is reversed, I will have the ring, and then I will just tie a small knot with my strap, and I will adjust the strap with a small knot. So I'm just wanting to explain, I just want to explain this to you so that you can have your own choice, your own options. So now you know, and you decide whichever solution is better to you. Probably instead of using this strap that is a bit thick, I'm going to use a small bit of a brass strap, because it's much thinner, and I'm going to do the loop with this. This is almost not visible, so we will only see the ring. I'm going to use this one. I have smaller ones, but I really like the size of this one, so I'm going to use this ring and attach it to the back. Something that I can tell you that, oh wow, is that I'm gonna mark on the pattern the exact place where I have my straps, but I think you should adjust this according to your own measurements, because sometimes people feel more comfortable moving slightly the back straps. So I think you should test your own placement for the back support. And that's it. I'm gonna now prepare the hole and sew the loops. So now that I have my loops ready, I'm gonna place them more or less with the same amount of fabric. We can feel it, so it's easy. And I'm going to secure them with a straight stitch and going a little bit to the overlock also, so that I'm securing the overlock threads. And I'm going just to secure them, and then I'm gonna cut the excess, and our loops are ready. And we can go ahead and pin the entire bottom part of our top, and again place elastic and sew. So we have already sewn the bottom part of the top and the straps, as I told you. I'm just going to cut the excess for the straps on both sides. And I've actually ended a little bit earlier the elastic, because since we are going to fold this to secure the clasp, I think it's better if we don't have elastic, so it's not that bulky, and that's why I ended up a little bit early there. I think our top is almost ready. Now we just use one of the sides to reverse it to the right side. So I hope you enjoyed our video, and if you want, just subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can ask questions if you want, and you can join our Facebook group. We have a Facebook group at Bikini Design Club, sewing group, so you can join us and ask questions and share your experiences with us. And we hope to see you in the near future. And that's it. I'm gonna share some pictures of this once it's on myself. I hope it's fine and you all like it. I hope I also like it, because I've done this one for me. And that's it. We are just missing the clasp. And to those of you who want to see how I place the clasp, it's so easy. This will be our top. I think it's quite beautiful. So on the back we just have the clasp. We cut these small threads here. So left side we just insert the fabric here. My fabric is a little bit big for the clasp, but it's okay. I just fold a little bit of the fabric here. I'm gonna put a pin. I'm gonna do the same on the other side, and then on my straight stitch machine I'm just going to go ahead and sew. But before that I'm gonna try it on to see if the size of the band is okay, and if it's too big, I just need to adjust slightly my clasps. So I just need to adjust them. I can go a little bit here and fold, or a little bit more to the edge and fold. And so I test before I sew my clasp and to see if it's centered. But if I fold the same amount of fabric on both sides, it will be centered. So just check on you, make sure it's on the size that you want. Don't forget then that when this is wet, it will be a little bit looser on you than when it's dry. And we are ready to go. I'm just going to try it on and then secure this, trim the excess fabric after it's sewn, and we will be ready. So now I'm gonna try it on. As you can see, it will be like so. For the straps, I'm just going to probably go around here and tie a small knot, but you can do so many options. As I told you before, I really like to have a knot. It's like I improvise, but I really like it. But if you don't, you already know the other options, since I showed you before. Of course, with the clasp, if you want to use on the other side, you will see the inside of the clasp. And of course, I'm just going to try and make this look nice, but even so, you will see the inside of your clasp, and this is not a nice thing. So of course, this bikini, despite it can be made reversible, if you use the clasp, then you have this small problem. But as you can see, for the ring, it's fine. You can use them. You can use it on both sides, and for the bikini straps and everything you can use both sides of the fabric. Except here, we could transform this and we could do a fold here and do a longer strap, and the strap would come here. We would make a hole and then it would tie in the middle. But I already have a pattern that it's designed like this. You have Venice with a V shape, and you have Paris with a round shape. So I really don't want to fall into that design again. And this bikini, it's actually very unique because, as I told you, you only have one entire piece from the front to the back, and it sits very nice on the body. So I really want to keep it with the clasp, and I'm just going to go ahead and sew it, and it will be ready. I've actually changed my threads to match my fabric. So on top I'm gonna sew with a color similar to this one, and on the bottom I'm actually going to sew in black. Okay, I could do both sides with the matching fabric, but the matching thread, but I'm not. I'm just going to use the matching thread on the top of my main side where I want to use my bikini. And the other thing I did is I changed my foot to a zipper foot so that I can go close to the metal clasp, so that I can sew closer and control better my sewing. And that's it for today, guys. I'm gonna show you next how this particular top resulted, but I'm also going to share with you guys the other one that I've just shown you in the beginning of the video with the brass straps adjusters and sliders. And just by curiosity, these are our new bikini bottom pattern sun in black here in the image, and it's beautiful with our minimalist top. Bye guys, see you soon. Thank you.